couple had their twins photographed, but the pictures hold a devastating story. Lindsay and Matthew had to wait a long time to become parents, but it was well worth the wait. They had a set of twins. The couple had their children photographed, and the photos tell a unique story. One of the happiest days of Lindsay's life came when she found out she was pregnant. She'd battled to conceive for a long time, so learning that she and her husband were expecting a kid was like a dream come true. She got her first ultrasound after 12 weeks. The results of the test revealed that the pair was receiving more than they had anticipated. She wasn't carrying just one child, but two. The pregnancy of the soon-to-be mother was going well, but only for a short while. Life has its ups and downs. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell to be inspired by these real-life stories on a daily basis. Now, let's return to the story. Doctors informed the couple after 23 weeks of pregnancy that one of the children had a congenital heart problem. Congenital cardiac abnormalities affect 1 out of every 100 births. Some flaws are trivial and have no ramifications. Others are more significant, and they can impair the heart's capacity to function normally. This occurs when the heart of the fetus develops erratically or incompletely. Lindsay learned that the left side of one of her twins' hearts wasn't working within the first few weeks of her pregnancy. The baby would be stillborn, according to the Toledo resident. He just had a bunch of abnormalities, she remarked. His left half of his heart was not working properly. They explained that the twins' ultrasounds are done frequently. We discovered a problem with my heart and referred me to maternal fetal medicine. When we learned that we would lose our son with only a few months remaining in my pregnancy, it was one of the darkest days of my life, but we had time to prepare. My husband and I both believe in God and have experienced His love, serenity, and support via prayer. Lindsay and her husband sought advice from a professional to see if their baby had a chance of surviving. According to the medical expert, their kid had a good chance of being born alive. Would the baby, on the other hand, have a normal existence and live a long time? As her due date approached, these are the questions that haunted her thoughts. Matthew accompanied his wife to the hospital on December 17, 2016, and would you believe it? Both babies lived, just as the doctors had predicted. Isn't that incredible? Her fraternal twins were delivered via cesarean section. Will was the boy's name, while Regan was the girl's. William was born with heart problems. To be born, he defied the doctor's expectations. The medical team, on the other hand, believes the small boy's time is limited. They stated that they have no idea if the baby would live for hours, days, weeks, or even months. Nonetheless, William had demonstrated the doctor's forecast did not apply to him. As a result, his parents and family members hoped for a longer life for him. According to the new mother, the newborn baby appeared to be in good health, so his parents were expecting a miracle. I was overjoyed that they had arrived and that William was in good health, but I was also worried about losing him. We cuddled him, loved him, read to him, and simply had a good time with him. Doctors judged a tiny boy who was believed to be stillborn fit to go home a few days after he was born. William's survival, according to Matthew, is a miracle. He stated his case. They wanted to savor every minute with him because they didn't know how long he'd be alive. He and his wife were well aware that they might lose William at any moment, so they wanted his life to be full of love. Rather than dwelling on the unpleasant aspects of the circumstances, they chose to live in the present and celebrate their son's survival. Isn't that incredible? The couple wanted to make memories with their kid so that if he died, they could show Regan that she had a brother when she was older. This wish is realized thanks to the efforts of a family friend. Mandy Edwards, a couple's acquaintance, wanted to assist the family in preserving this extremely memorable time. So, a day after the twins were born, she contacted a photographer to capture this lovely family of 4. Lindsay Brown, a local photographer who had previously worked for the White House, was contacted by Mandy. Mandy had been stalking the photographer on social media and contacted her on Facebook. Lindsay had been booked for a full year, but when she learned that William would only have a short amount of time with his parents, she worked them into her schedule, according to the photographer from Ohio. On the Sunday before Christmas, I received an unexpected phone call asking if I was available for a new boy session. With me on the other end of the line, I was just thinking about how I had to reject 3 other newborn sessions because they called me at the last minute and hadn't previously booked with me. I realized I had to do something for them right away. How could someone with a heart refuse such an offer? This camera woman made a sacrifice because she saw how valuable they were to a family who might lose their son, she explained. Photographs are nothing more than a collection of recollections. I know how much people value them, so I'm delighted I was able to make that happen for them. Lindsay went above and beyond for the small family. I used to shoot infants in my studio. Betty Williams was in hospice care, so I was requested to come to their house, which was entirely understandable. We tried to complete the session as quickly as possible because no one knew when it would be. Will it be sweet enough to last? William, she claims, isn't shy in front of the camera. This young boy is an excellent role model. He remained awake throughout the session, almost as if he relished every moment of it. Lindsay claims that you wouldn't have realized anything was wrong with William if he hadn't been alert and looking around, she remarked, which makes the story all the more difficult. Also, Wilson noted that he was attentive and calm, simply staring out of the room, as if trying to take it all in. Regan, the little one, is brand new. I was in and out of a stupor the entire time. I was photographing them, just staring at them, oblivious as to what was about to happen. The photographer remarked that the Queen's photos were among the most significant she'd ever taken, and that this was one of her most powerful sessions for parents worried about their child's survival. Lindsay was taken aback by the couple's handling of the incident. The parents were incredibly tough and kept their cool. They were quite forthright in discussing everything with me and explaining everything to me. They acted and treated both babies as if nothing was wrong. They made my heart melt as I watched them. In the end, we sort of lost it. The tears then began to pour uncontrollably. It was really special to have these images of their baby son, who they may not have had in a few days, to be able to look back on them and recall his eyes looking around. And they show Regan Sunday, which is priceless. The mother of the twins concurs. Lindsay was doubtful if she wanted to do it at first, but it turned out to be a fantastic option. She imagined that as time passed, the images would become even more precious. She described the days when both of our children were at home as wonderful. We did our hardest to concentrate on having fun and making memories throughout our time together. We were able to do so, and we felt that God had gifted us with the opportunity to get to know our son. Matt and I can reminisce about our time as a family and remember our darling son with the soulful large eyes. Regan will learn about her specific guardian angel and will be able to witness their love and special bond. Isn't it incredible? William is unquestionably a fighter. He made it through Christmas and was able to spend time with his family. The precious little man, however, passed on to brighter glory 3 days after Christmas. When Lindsay's son stopped breathing, she was holding him. William lived for 11 days, yet his memory will go on in perpetuity. His life was filled with love, and his parents wished to preserve that legacy, and his mother can't wait to show his sister the gorgeous photos. Most importantly, I intend to share them with Regan, Will's sister, when she's a little older. I'll use them to teach her about her brother in heaven, who's now her angel. The young boy's story inspires me and encourages us to treasure every moment, and I'm confident he will not be forgotten. If you have any similar stories to William's, please share them in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider sharing it with someone else who might enjoy it as well. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.